होगी सच्चाई, सच छुपने नहीं देंगे।
All the guests very wholehearted to the most beautiful campus of South Asian University. Some of you would recall I addressed you last year from an outside building, and I invited you to see the campus, but the way life is in Delhi, nobody probably found time to visit the campus. Only very few could make it. Maybe 15-20 people I saw during the year for the campus. Then we thought this year let's sort of persuade you to come physically to the campus of the university to have a feel of it. Because virtual tour has its own meaning, but physical tour of the campus has its own meaning. So I wholeheartedly welcome you on behalf of everyone in the SAU family to this great campus. It's a pollution-free campus, very vast campus, very nicely built at a very heavy cost by the government of India to make sure that we set up a role model university not only for Indian students but for the students from all SAR countries. Many of the details have been given to you by my colleagues, and that's how I work. I work much less and my colleagues do so more work that they tell you everything which has to be told. I will only highlight a few salient features which we have tried to incorporate during the year for this year admission. Last year was practically our first year on the campus, and we could increase the number of students from 600 to something like 967. This year we definitely plan to take this number beyond 1500 to make sure that the campus is more vibrant, campus is more utilized. In this university, we are trying to make sure that on one hand, the step which India has taken for national education policy is implemented to the extent possible, and also use our deregulation, as the Honorable Prime Minister says, to make sure that we can do what even others may find it difficult. At the same time, we also ensure that we have the mandate of respecting the requirements of all South Asian countries, SAR countries, and we should live up to that. So what we have done is we have continued with all what we were doing. Last year we started BTech, this year we are going to enhance it many-fold in many different diverse specializations, which has been already elaborated by my colleagues. The purpose is to fulfill the needs of this country as well as SAR countries to the extent possible. Then we are embarking on some very unique things. One of the science course which we intend to start, which Dr. Pankaj Jain has highlighted, we have observed during this last 1 or 2 decades, the students of science are compartmentalizing themselves very, very solidly. If I know physics, I only know physics. If I know only bio, I know only bio. And that is why most of the real problems of science are not being able to be attempted by these students. So we are making an experiment which has been talked all over the world. Many good universities in the world have it, and we are starting a interdisciplinary science program, starting with all the 4 main subjects of science, and then it will be tailor-made as per the requirement of the students. So it's a step towards what we call as design your own degree. The science student will be able to design his or her degree as he goes along. We make the base very broad, and then we pyramid is as per his or her wishes. That's an experiment which we'll be doing today, and I'm very, very hopeful that the type of good media support we got the last year, which has taken us to this point, because you would all appreciate media support is equally necessary for all of us as the societal support. This will continue for this program. I have talked to most of the most eminent scientists in the country, and they all look forward to this with great enthusiasm. Next thing which we have embarking is integrated courses on BBA, MBA, BSMS, so that the student doesn't have to go through the rigor of uncertainty all the time. He or she is sure of what he's doing. Third thing which we are trying to make sure is that this university was crafted for all the SAR countries, and interdisciplinary studies was our focus. We have set up a Center for Climate Change, Green Transition and Sustainability. We are intending to start the first full-time course here in this center on MS in Climate Change and Sustainability. The curriculum is being designed by best of the experts, and the faculty which is intended to teach in this course comprises of former ambassadors, former secretaries, head of the United Nations Environmental Program will be a faculty, head of the Climate Change Advisor to the United States will be a faculty. So we are trying to make this program very vibrant for the entire SAARC region. We have reinvigorated our Institution of South Asian Studies, which was one of the primary objectives of this university. The students know about the entire region, in addition to India, of course. And to do that, we are floating many 1 credit courses, 2 credit courses in the evenings, and the student can choose. Even if any other student cannot design his or her degree completely, but he or she can certainly design about 20 to 25% of the degree by themselves. Because we believe learning many things is very important and in today's world, and we are going in that direction. Friends, Dr. Jain has already emphasized on executive MBA and executive PhD. Because we believe sometimes you have to go to work for whatever reasons. Many of you media professionals must have also done that. And at some stage we feel that PhD would have been desirable. And at that time to come through an entrance test and do this, you don't need scholarships, you don't need money, but you need guidance and make sure that you can grow in profession. I was consultant to Defense and Space, and I observed many of the very senior scientists, they can't publish because of the confidentiality of the work which they are doing. But they still believe in getting a PhD degree if they can. Because a PhD degree today has become a sort of entry for 10 years of second career of professional life. And that's very, very important. To take care of that, we have started executive PhD, where we will be more guided by your capability, which you have acquired by years of experience, rather than through the syllabi, and try to build up on that. Similarly, executive MBA. Finally, friends, we believe, as you know, in NEP we have embarked on the GER to do 50% in very few years, which is obviously not possible without the online education. Therefore, we are also embarking upon virtual campus of the university, where we go in for online education. Just to make an experiment, in this January we started the virtual campus with one course, MS in Data Science and AI, and with just 40 students. But I'm so happy to report and share with all of you that all these 40 students, or most of these 40 students, are very senior professionals who have joined this course. When I was interacting with all the students of this virtual campus, I found a senior lady from Chicago is joining this course. She's staying next door to the Indian Institute of Technology, University of Illinois, but she chooses SAU to enroll for this course. That gives us a hope and a confidence that in this university we can still attract the best students, and that would be our aim always. Numbers, yes, because we need it for this country, we need it for the SAARC region, but more than the numbers, we get the better students, we get the best of faculty which we have, and we provide best of the infrastructure to make sure that we can serve this great country and also this region where the academic leadership of India is by and large a natural process which this university will have to translate. One of the objectives of this university was also to try and make sure that our countries are culturally closer, socially closer, which is natural, And whatever little humble bit we are able to do, we will continue to do that. 15 days ago, we organized a libraries meet, inviting librarians from all over the world and mostly from SAU countries. And you will be happy to know that in a young university like this, 50 people from abroad came at their own cost to attend this libraries meet. And we believe that diplomacy is done at several levels. Well, political word is political word, administrative, financial, diplomacy will continue. But as a university, let's take a lead in academic diplomacy, library diplomacy, conferences, so that we can bring the world closer together by academic enterprises rather than otherwise. In our Institution of South Asian Studies, we have a research advisory board comprising of the most eminent people from all the SAU countries. And it's going to be very, very active very soon. We'll continue to move ahead in that direction. Friends, I will be happy to share with you, on 7th of January, we had the governing board meeting here. It was so happy that all the members from all the countries came physically to attend the meeting. And this meeting could be held in very cordial environment, very important decisions taken. And if I see that, I'm sure we are on the right direction. I contacted Software Technology Parks of India, and they have promised me that they will set up the best center in the country in the campus of the South Asian University. And Ministry of External Affairs is also requesting them to do that. And that will give our students of BTech and management a lot of new ideas in entrepreneurship and innovation, which is the necessity for any educational enterprise. I see some of you have been seeing me earlier in IP University also. And we like to take that journey much forward. Virtual campus has already been described what courses we have. I like to just request you for one thing, that whenever you feel, any of you feel you have a new requirement because you talk to all the academic world of many universities, just feel free to let us know. We will certainly examine anything which comes from the society to make sure can we do that. I am working with professional societies, Institution of Engineers, Institution of Electronics and Telecom Engineers, and we are designing a diploma in cutting edge technologies, which we may launch very soon with the help of a professional engineer, Institution of Electronics and Telecom Engineers. Because I believe universities are for students, universities are also for a lot of continuing education to the professionals, a concept which has been much less in this country. We want to revive this, and continuing education has to go on. I remember when I was Vice Chancellor of IP University, I was addressing doctors. I said, when you give medicine to a patient, you say, देख लेना medicine expired तो नहीं है. Have you made sure your knowledge is not expired? Because we don't bother about our knowledge self-life. So we do a lot of continuing education to make sure that the universities become relevant to the professionals to continue the work. So friends, these are some of the things which we are embarking on starting this year and continue, and also make sure that this beautiful campus is inhabited by more students. Our utilization becomes higher for India as well as other countries. With these few remarks, I once again welcome you all, grateful to you all for coming up in large numbers.
Will earn credits by attending expert talks, because what happens is that if we ask a student to attend some lecture, so they hesitate. But we shall devise a mechanism which we have almost done, that there will be a series of public talks, and if the students attend those talks, so based on the number of lectures they have attended, some credit up to a maximum of 2 credits will be given. We have several categories of scholarships and financial assistance given to all students, bachelor, masters as well as PhD. and these scholarships are based on merit as well as need. And for PhD student, those who are admitted through our entrance test, every student gets monthly stipend, and the travel support to all the PhD students, whether they are admitted through our entrance test or they are coming directly through their own funding or they are even employed. So everybody will get the travel support through which they can go and attend conferences and scientific events.
As I start my presentation, I am reminded of a beautiful quote, beautiful phrase, which says, one region, one vision, and infinite possibilities. I think we here at the South Asian University are catering to the entire South Asian education system. We are trying to contribute to the needs of the entire South Asia and creating diverse range of opportunities and infinite opportunities and possibilities for the students of the entire South region. As I start my presentation, I will be sharing you with the entire details of the entire admission process, what are the data, the statistics pertaining to all the courses that have been mentioned as of now. So I'll be talking about increased seats. Now we have 1370 is the number which we are floating for the intake of the current batch. Then I'll be talking about the new bachelor programs. We started out with 11 new undergraduate programs, and they are catering to the diverse range of industry and academia needs. Then we have expanded the higher education also. I'll be talking about that. Then online courses through SAU virtual campus and flexible modes of admission that we have introduced, and the scholarship options that we have at SAU. Now if I talk about the total seat matrix that we have, since as you have seen that we have a beautiful campus, a 100-acre campus as a visual delight in itself, I would say that. And with the stellar leadership, I think this campus has given us the wings. And with the stellar leadership by Prof.K.K. Aggarwal, we've got the wind beneath our wings. And then I see that sky would be the limit for SAU. And you can see the enrollment increase. Initially it has been on a stable state, and now we are increased, we are moving up, and we have increased the numbers to 1370 as I told you earlier. Now if I talk about the division of these seats, you can see in bachelor program we are offering 600 seats, in master's programs we are offering 720 seats, in our research programs we are offering 50 seats, so in total 1370 is the number. In executive programs and through our virtual campus mode, we are not fixing up the seats as of now. That would depend upon the number of students who are coming. Then if I talk about the bachelor's programs, the 600 seats that we have floated. So in case of bachelor program, we have now launched, earlier we had only BTech CSE. Now we have started up with various specializations which are really very industry oriented and caters to the entire industry needs. And the specialization names are BTech CSC in AI and ML, specialization in data science and AI, specialization in cybersecurity, specialization in business systems and intelligence. And in our dual degree program also, we have all these 4 specializations floating in, and we are offering 240 seats for the BTech CSC and dual degree BTech and MTech programs, with all these specializations included in. Then BTech Mathematics and Computing is something which we have started new, and as I told that we have 120 seats in this program, that is BTech in Mathematics and Computing. So it's basically, it caters to the mathematical and computing needs of the society. Then integrated BSMS, as Professor Jain has already told you about it, we have 180 seats in that, and integrated BBA MBA program would have 60 seats. Now if I talk about the master's programs, in case of our master's program, we started with MS Mathematics also in addition to our applied mathematics course. Then we have 60 seats almost in all, but in case of LLM we have 120, and in case of MBA we have 120. In MS Climate Change and Sustainability, we are starting up with 30 seats as of now. Now, if I talk about the research programs, as I told you, we have 50 seats in all, and media, arts and design, physics, and then climate change are the new areas we are floating in the research programs. These are the virtual campus courses, which we have, you've already seen the list that would come up. Now, if I talk about the modes of admission, this year we are really putting in an ease to the students because we are giving them diverse range of options in which they can apply to SAU. One is through SAU entrance test mode, that has always been there. But this time we are introducing the direct mode for all the students. In case the student belongs to India, all the national level eligibility test scores would be considered. We'll consider CUET, we'll consider CAT, SAT, NET. So all the national level eligibility tests would be there. For other SAU nations, candidates will consider their national level eligibility test as well as will consider the marks obtained in the qualifying examination also. These are the test centers in India if the student wants to appear in the test center. So these are the test center lists where the student can appear for the physical tests in India. While in case of non-Indian student, they can sit at their home and they can appear in our entrance test through the proctored based online AI based test. Now this is the schedule of the entrance test and that has been updated on the website also, the students can see. We have grouped certain categories of the entrance test, like for BTech, all the BTech programs integrated, MSc, MTech, there are certain programs which have been grouped and for that a common entrance test would be there and this schedule is very much available on our website. We have aligned the timings of the entrance test to all the SAU nations and the students can appear so that the students can appear parallelly in the entrance test, whether they are appearing physically or whether they are sitting at their home and appearing in the proctor-based test. This is the fee structure that we have. There are some components for one-time fee and there are some components for the semester fee, and again that is available if you want to check in the details. You can visit our website. These are the scholarships. We have been very generous in giving these scholarships. If a student is meritorious and needs a scholarship, I think they are welcome to come to SAU. And if I talk about the last year data, 353 scholarships. The students, 353 students have benefited out of the various scholarship schemes that we had. We had SAU President Scholarship, SAT Silver Jubilee Scholarship, SAU Merit Scholarship, SAU Free Ship with Stipend, SAU Free Ship without Stipend, SAU PhD Scholarship and STS for PhD students. In terms of the students have benefit in terms of monthly stipend, tuition fee waivers, hostel fee waivers, startup allowance, backup allowance. So all these things have been a part of our scholarship scheme earlier.
The BP in terms of international collaborations as well as I'm chairing the Department of Computer Science. I happen to be from Bangladesh. I hope friends from Prayash will be interested to know about this is South Asian University. So it is a wonderful place, as I have said. I happen to be from Bangladesh and serving here since 2010. I have seen the progress and evolution of the university from the very beginning. I could see some students from India to top this some course, some other students from Nepal to top in some other course, and so on. So in that sense, we could see the realization or experience of South Asianness in this campus. It is a wonderful experience. It is very nice to see all of you here in this campus. So I'm just very quickly taking you for a snapshot of the campus, how it has been planned. So if you see the slide, so this is the wonderful campus that has been planned by our initial authorities. It is placed, as you know, in the most scenic area of the South Delhi. Then next, please. Yeah. So this is how it has been planned. On the front side, the red building and the greens and the oranges are all the faculty buildings. and on the back side are the hostel buildings, and on the right side is the playing ground and the these housings. So this has been the initial plan. Next, please. So this is the building for the Faculty of Life Sciences and Earth Science. This is the whole campus, the bird's eye view. Please have a look. This is where we are going to welcome the students to have a fruitful stay of 4 or 5 years or 2 years in their respective programs to get the world-class quality education. Next, please. Yeah. So these are all the housing buildings. Again, wonderfully planned, and all the buildings are somehow made to have the solar panels on the top so that the campus will be a green campus all along. Then these are the how we have completed all the projects in different phases. Only the bottom row is the pending, the number of hostels and some other buildings which are the university is in discussion with the various government agencies to complete very soon. Yes, please. So these are all the different faculties and buildings. So the last package which the university has taken up, that is 90% of that one has been completed, and we are now going for the package 4 and the final package of the construction.